All right, today we're diving into a concept from the Quran that might just flip your whole understanding of family and inheritance on its head. We're going to explore a kind of hidden lineage, one that isn't about blood at all, but about light.
Okay, so let's get right into it. We're all taught that we're the children of Adam, right? That our lineage goes back through our fathers to this one single man. And that's true. But what if that's only half the picture? The Quran points to another source for identity, a maternal one, that completely changes the game. So first up, let's look at this core idea that sets the stage for everything else, the dynamic between our physical father and our spiritual mothers.
I mean, look at this. The Quran comes right out and says it. It establishes a spiritual motherhood, not a biological one. And this isn't just some nice title. It's a deep metaphysical truth. The Prophet's wives become these veils of honor, of protection, and mercy for the entire community. So you've got this incredible tension playing out. On one hand, there's Adam, the one earthly father for all of us. And on the other, you have this powerful, repeating idea of spiritual motherhood. Now, this isn't a contradiction. No, it's actually the key that unlocks a much deeper reality about who we are and where we really come from. And this duality, it leads us straight into what you could call two different kinds of inheritance. We're all born with one of flesh that ties us to the earth, and one of spirit that connects us to something much, much higher. And you can see these two paths laid out so clearly here. You've got the line of clay. That's our physical heritage from Adam. It's our nafs, our self, and it's where things like pride can take root. But then you've got the line of light. And this is how a true believer is actually born. Not from blood or lineage, but from truth and mercy, connected through the ruh, the spirit. This brings us to this absolutely beautiful concept, the womb of mercy. Just think about that for a second. It's not a physical place, but a spiritual one, a sacred space of protection where truth is nurtured, and the spirit can be born completely separate from any idea of physical fatherhood. And Maryam, well, she is the perfect embodiment of this. And boom, the ultimate sign, the absolute proof of this principle is the birth of Isa. It's the universe showing us in the clearest way possible that our spiritual essence, a ruh, is a direct gift. It's born from the command of Allah, not from a man, and it's nurtured within that secret maternal protection. Okay, so this whole idea of a spiritual family, it isn't just some nice metaphor. The Quran actually lays out a very specific, chosen lineage of light, and it's one we are all invited to be a part of. You know, it's so easy to read a verse like this and just see a history lesson, a list of names, but it's so much more than that. What you're really looking at is our spiritual DNA. It's a bloodline of light, of knowledge, of truth that's been passed down through the ages. This is our real family. It's a family that's not defined by the blood of men, but by the spirit and the word of Allah. And you can see how it evolves through these huge metaphysical shifts, from the raw material of clay to submission, then to sacrifice, and finally lifting off toward ascension. So what in the world does all this mean for us, for the believer, for the moment? Well, it basically rewrites our entire origin story. So to really get this new kind of family, the Quran draws a really important line in the sand. It states very clearly that the Prophet Muhammad is not the father of any man. And that's crucial because it detaches spiritual status from earthly biological ties and opens the door to this whole other reality. So you see the pattern here, right? The believer's birth follows this exact same divine blueprint. It happens in a protected, merciful space. It's shielded by truth itself. And the result is the birth of a pure spirit. It's the story of Isa, and it's the story of every true believer. All right, let's bring this all home, because this isn't just some abstract theology. This cosmic map we've been looking at, it's actually the story of your own soul. After all of this, where do you fit into this grand story? Because this framework, it isn't just something to think about. It's a guide. It's a map for understanding your own inner world, for seeing where you came from, and for realizing what you have the potential to become. So let's boil it all down. What this really means is that your true inheritance, it's not earthly, it's heavenly. Your real family is this incredible lineage of light. Maryam represents that spiritual motherhood, and Isa, born of spirit, becomes a pure brother to every believer. So to be a believer, a mu'min, is to embrace this heritage, this legacy of motherhood and light. And this just sums up the whole journey perfectly, doesn't it? It's about a spiritual birthright that goes so far beyond our physical world.
It's a process of purification, of being reborn and returning to a state of pure spirit.
And here it is. This is the mic drop moment, the idea that ties everything together. The Ruh, our spirit, our true essence. It needs that sacred, protected, merciful space. It needs that maternal principle to even have a chance to be born.
So, in the end, we're left with a really profound choice. Are you going to claim the family of clay, the one that's defined by flesh and pride? Or are you going to claim the family of light, the one born of mercy and spirit? The question is really about who you are and which inheritance you choose to make your own.